Howdy howdy, this is Crafty Grinding back again with an arena cutoff video for Marvel Contest of Champions. Today I cover round 1 results for the Iron Man Infinity War and Thor arenas, then do a little trend analysis to provide some round 2 predictions. So first let's take a look at those results for round 1. So we now have a new all-time 5-star feature arena champion in terms of total cutoff, and that's 55 million for Iron Man in round 1. Proxima Midnight's first round, she was the previous title holder at 50 million, but now we have a new king, if you will, with 55 million with Iron Man, with a top 10% chart here at 10.7. The rest of these results kind of came in as expected, starting with the 4-star feature arena at 14.2 million, with a top 10% chart here at 4.2 million. Then we come over to the Thor 4-star basic arena. His cutoff was 2 million with 11 to 25% chart here at 1.3 million. Then lastly, with the 3-star feature Iron Man Infinity War arena cutoff at 1.06 million with 11 to 25% chart here at 484,000, and these are for the veterans bracket. Now jumping down, like I said, comparing these to what it was expected, pretty much all of these kind of did what was, the cutoffs were right where we thought they would be, except for that 5-star feature arena that really jumped higher than Proxima, which was a bit of a surprise. But anyway, so in terms of my predictions, for the most part, these are pretty much on target, within 5 to 10%, except again for that 5-star feature arena. So that one wasn't so good, but the rest of them are kind of as expected. So considering this going into round 2, let's take a look at some of the trends and kind of figure out what to expect. So starting first with the 5-star feature arena, you can see for the most part between round 1 and round 2, they're pretty similar, especially when you're talking about, over 30 million or even getting close, over 50 million now to get a champ. When you got to go 1 million or 2 million up or lower in the first or second round, that's not a big tremendous difference, right? So they're pretty much in the same kind of ballpark. And you can see for the top 10% chart here, that's a pretty straight line for sure. Then jumping at the 4-star feature arena, you can see between round 1 and round 2, outside of that Sentinel arena months ago, pretty much round 1 is always higher than round 2, somewhere between 500,000 to a million. So right around, a good 750,000 would be that average drop between round 1 and round 2. Coming over to the 4-star basic arena, it's more like that 5-star feature arena, whereas between round 1 and round 2, the results are very similar, especially for champs kind of like Thor, which is Crossbones, versus like a Morningstar, who actually did have a higher second round versus the first round, because Morningstar, this was her first time in the 4-star basic arena, plus she's a newer champ to the game in terms of like everyday crystals. Thor's been around forever, even though he has some decent utility, kind of like Crossbones. So that's why I think we'll see something very similar to Crossbones, which is a similar cutoff between round 1 and round 2. Then lastly, taking a look at the 3-star feature arena, it's pretty much like clockwork. Round 1 higher, round 2 drop a couple 100,000. No reason to expect anything different here, and with a little volatility, if you will, for the 11 to 25% shard tier. Now, taking all this input in mind, here are my thoughts for the round 2 cutoffs. Starting first with Iron Man 5-star feature arena on the left, I think that cutoff will be right around 54 million, kind of that little drop that we saw in the trends, with that top 10% around 11 million. Then jumping over to the 4-star feature arena, again, I think like we saw on the trends, we can expect a decrease. So from that 14.2, I think we'll go down to 13.5 million for the cutoff, with the top 10% within 4.2 million. Then lastly, next looking at Thor, again, those results are very similar between round 1 and round 2, so we should expect right around 2 million for the cutoff, with 11 to 25% at 1.5 million. And lastly, when we look at the 3-star feature arena, we can expect that typical dip down a couple tens of thousands. So we're looking at 980,000 with 11 to 25% chart here at 560,000. And these predictions are for the veterans bracket. Keeping with the veterans bracket, let's move over to some grind targets to kind of give you that little buffer in case we get any kind of unexpected cutoff behavior in the second round. So if you really want that 5-star feature Iron Man, go to 56 million. If you really want the 4-star feature Iron Man, go to 14.5. If you want to make sure to get Thor in round 2, go to 2.3 million. And lastly, if you want to get that 3-star feature Iron Man Infinity War, go to 1.1 million, and you'll have him in the bag. And again, these grind targets are for the veterans bracket. When it comes to the beginner and intermediate brackets, I just don't have a ton of data to do trend analysis again, so these are just some rough kind of ranges to kind of keep in mind, just something to kind of work against based off my own personal experience and any updates that I get from the community in the comment section of my videos. From time to time people will share those results, and I really appreciate it for those folks who do take the time to do that. And if you're in the beginner and intermediate brackets and don't mind dropping a quick update in the comment section, really appreciate you if you do that. But anyway, based off of that input, here are my kind of rough ranges to keep in mind for these brackets. Beginners, of course, if your account is a newer account, been open within the last 30 days, that's when you'll be in the beginners bracket. So you'll 3-star feature around 250,000, 245. 4-star basic for that Thor, go to 750,000. 4-star feature Iron Man, 1.2 million. Now if you've got an account that's been open with between 30 and 61 days, you'll be in the intermediate bracket. 3-star feature 550, 525,000. 4-star basic, go to 1 million for Thor. And for the 4-star feature Iron Man, 1.2 million should work. And again, these are for the intermediate and beginner brackets, and here again are the scores, or I should say cutoffs, for the veterans bracket. And again, these are just my thoughts based on off some quick trends analysis and the input that you guys provide, especially for the beginner and intermediate brackets. Would love to hear your thoughts. Throw them down in the comment section of this video. We can definitely talk it there. If you have any questions, throw it down there too, and be happy to help as well. Other than that, thanks a lot for watching this video. If you appreciate it, would really appreciate if you click that thumbs up button. If you like this and other videos I have on the channel, would really appreciate it. Subscribe. Thanks a lot for stopping by, and have a great day.